Okay, so a little update here. We have bolts through that are too long, but I just wanted to have extra slack. These are all grade 8 bolts. And I've got this held into the bent back position. These hinges are trying to spring the other way and slap this thing back. But right now it's in the position that it'll be when the bed is down. And so if you can imagine this piece of wood here, okay, sliding. So when the bed's down, it's going to rest on this piece of wood. So the weight will be off of the quote-unquote slider. It'll be on this piece of wood. And you say, well, where's the slider go? And how's that piece of wood going to slide like that? Well, so the slider goes in between the piece of wood and, all right, so the piece of wood will be attached to the slider. This piece of wood will have a metal, what do you call it, thing attached to it to keep it strong, a metal L-beam to keep the piece of wood strong. But this slider is going to attach the piece of wood here, and the slider is going to attach to, what do you call it, this piece of wood, which also, hang on, let me get the slider out here. Okay, so through here is where you have to run the forged grade 8 bolts. And so this will attach through. Let me show you here on the other side. You can see that's metal L-beam underneath there. And you can see it here on the top side too, there's metal L-beam. So currently, you get the hinge and the metal L-beam butted up against each other. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take another metal L-beam and put it on this side. So this is going to be a completely boxed board. Both sides of it are going to be metal, okay? And then the grade 8 bolts go through here to secure it to, and granted, again, I'm going to use shorter bolts over here. I could even recess these bolts into this wood if I wanted to, but not really sure about that quite yet. I'm still debating what I need to do. Okay, so basically, as long as that switch can go up, I'm in good shape. Okay, so it's not like everybody has to know where the switch is at or how to access it easily. So it can be recessed back here a little bit. As far as it sliding out that far, the back of this is going to run into these bolts. So where's my tape measure at? So that's only 10 inches. So realistically, what I need to do is these back here will have to be recessed at minimum. I don't know how else to put it because this has to be able to get past those. So even if I brought this to the front, that only gives me an extra 5.5 inches. I think it's 18 inches of potential travel right now, at least inside the actual van, if I wanted to be able to move the bed all the way from one side to the other to where it hits the shelves. On the passenger side of the van, it's 18 inches of travel. So I've just got to continue to play with this and figure it out, but it's nice to at least have it in a position where I can at least lock it out using the clamp and get it away from itself. So the question just is, do I recess these? And obviously I'm not going to use grade 8 bolts on all these because it's pointless. That's not going to be the weak point. The weak point is where this gets fastened to the boards. I'll need 2 grade 8s and 2 grade 8s on the other side per side, because that's where the heavy leverage is going to be. These will be fine with just regular bolts. So I'm probably going to be able to recess these. I might be able to get away with using carriage bolts on this side over here. And heck, probably end up using carriage bolts on this side too. That way I don't hit my fingers on anything, and this actually has space to go. So the question just becomes, and the nut will be on the other side, of course. So the question just becomes, yeah, if I do that, see, this is why I'm just talking it through. It's like I'm pretending I got somebody to talk to. I just use the grade 8 bolts, put this through, and the grade 8 bolts to this other side, and put them up through. And as long as I run carriage bolts, that should clear. I think. It's gonna be tight, but I think that's gonna clear. So again, when this is in the down position, it's gonna rest against, at first I was gonna have it rest against the actual slider itself when it was in the down position. But then I got to thinking about it, I'm like, no, I'll leave a little gap. That way the slider is better positioned dead center in this piece of wood. Again, it's going to be boxed on both sides of metal. This piece of wood right here will be, and then with L-beam, and then this here will attach up here and slide. So the bed will always be sliding on this when it's in the down position. Now, when you raise it, this flaps up. Okay, so when this flaps up, now the weight of the bed is on the slider, and the slider is good for however much weight. So, I mean, it's good for over 300 pounds, especially when it's in this contracted position. So this will be fine. It'll be solid like this. All right, that's enough. See ya.